as he shoots the moon to the fans here in Green Bay.
That is a disgusting act by Randy Moss.
Running out of time. What do you got? McClain! 12 games, baby.
Yeah, disgusting Randy Moss. I can't believe it, man. Come on, get your head in the game. Hey, what's up, Sooners fans? This is Everything Sooners. Big topic. Texas, the buzz is buzzing. But first, not to steal a line from my man, Gabe Eichert, I got some extra early, extra spicy odds. You might want to look. We're 50 days away from college football. That's right, folks. 50 days, maybe even less if you count that early week 0. But, hey, we have August 28th, Thursday night. You're getting hungry for college football. You can't wait for that first Saturday. I want you to check out Buffalo at Minnesota. Buffalo is given an absolute whopping 18 points on the spread. And guys, Minnesota lost a lot. Buffalo has quarterback Taquan Robinson from UConn. They got also the best running back in the MAC and 10 starters back on defense. Minnesota, they're not going to come out real crispy that first week. They got a new quarterback to break in. He's a sophomore, redshirt freshman. They got a new set of receivers and 3 new O-linemen. To think that they might come out sloppy against a defense with that returning production, lock it up, mark my words. All right, Texas is unbelievable, folks. They are just the hottest team, even though they almost lost to Arizona State. Should have lost to Arizona State. Bad officiating, bad call there, or no call at the end. But man, they got Arch Manning, guys. They got Anthony Hill, the All-American, Ryan Wingo. If it hadn't been for Jeremiah Smith, he would have been the best receiver as a freshman. And I'll admit, I like their corner, Malik Muhammad. He plays good football. But hyped as the number 1 overall team. They got the Heisman hopeful, best in the SEC. Are there any flaws? Is there any reason for any other team to even line up against this team that is just magical? Well, let's break it down. A couple things I want to point out. But before we do, number of times the number 1 preseason team has won it all since 2000. Last 25 years, take a guess. 2. 2 stinking times. It was USC, who probably cheated. I guess Reggie Bush eventually got his trophy. But the other one was Alabama in 2017. But I don't know why, but this number 1 hype always comes with a lot of target on your back. And Texas, well, let's see. They're reminding me of that 2022 Alabama team. If you guys remember the preseason hype on the 22 team, they were unbeatable, unstoppable, and they were preseason number 1. And the only thing, I remember listening, Cover 3 podcast, they were saying, guys, Alabama has no flaws. They're going to win it all. Why are we even doing this? Maybe they have a punter problem, and that was all they could get. So, this is a little scary if you're a Texas fan. Let's look at the flaws. Okay, so the heralded Arch Manning, I repeat, Manning, he isn't proven yet, guys. He's certainly not lit up the air. Lit it up in the air. The running back. They have a high floor at the running back position. Trey Wisner, he started stepping up toward the end of the season. And don't forget C.J. Baxter, the 5-star. Can he return to form from injury? Still, I'll give him that. That's a high floor. They got the receivers. Wingo, freshman, had 472 yards. And then DeAndre Moore Jr., 456 yards. Cal, transfer at tight end, Gunnar Helm. Offensive line, only one starter back. Folks, they lost that center who was the centerpiece of that O-line, plus the 2 NFL bookend tackles. But I think that losing that center is going to actually hurt them more. That's a problem. When you go into Columbus week 1 and you lost 4 of your O-linemen, we Sooners fans saw this last year. You can't just piecemeal that together, guys, with transfer portals and all that. And they haven't done a whole lot in recruiting at the offensive line position. So anytime you're replacing that much on the O-line in the trenches matter. Let's get to the defense. Same story. They returned 5 on defense. That's a little better. Linebacker Anthony Hill, I've mentioned he is an All-American. That's where their centerpiece is. But they had to move Trey Moore, who wasn't bad at sacking the quarterback. They've moved him to Will. And that's left their entire defensive line all new starters. You could say the end, Colin Simmons has some upside, some talent. But I don't see anywhere near a stifling defensive line that they had last year. The secondary, it is experienced. I like the corner Muhammad, as I said. But anytime you got a defensive line you can just run straight up the middle on, that's going to cause their defense problems. That's going to stretch them. And don't forget, Arbuckle is going to know how to stretch them out, spread them out, why cross them up. So here was the striking, this is just what the media is doing all summer long. Athlon Sports, you want to know what they ranked their defensive, they ranked Texas in the position groups number 1 defensive line in the country, not just the SEC. Number 1 defensive line. Linebacker number 1, automatic, Anthony Hill. The secondary is number 1 secondary in the nation, according to Athlon Sports. They're number 1 overall team in the nation. Folks, they're getting overhyped. This is a scary, scary place to be if you're Texas. And look at their schedule. Oklahoma has a chance to meet Texas with 2 losses to their name. Because Texas plays, as I said, they open the season against Ohio State. Then they got to play at Florida in the Swamp on October 4th before they go to Red River. So there is a chance and a potential for Oklahoma to be knocking Texas out of the playoffs, because Texas with 3 losses, I'm sorry, you're not getting in the playoffs. And so that's before they've even played Georgia and A&M to close the season. So folks, I know you're going to think I'm some hot take, but mark it, receipt me now. Texas is not even going to make the playoffs. I think their first game's a coin flip. I think they're going to lose to Georgia. I can't give away my prediction on Oklahoma, but do the math. I do not believe Texas is making the playoffs. This is what? July 10th, 2025. Mark me. Hey, and before we get out, let's end on our segment, Where Are They Now? Oklahoma fans, you remember a wide receiver, Jacquez Petaway. Man, I wanted so bad for that guy to do himself well. And he had all the injuries in front of him that one year, and he still couldn't get on the field hardly. Well, he's got a new start, East Carolina Pirates. You might want to keep an eye on him. I believe there's an early season game, yes, August 28th as well, that Thursday night. You'll see Petaway starting for the Pirates, playing at North Carolina State. That's a spicy matchup too. If you go by the odds, East Carolina's given 12.5 points. I'm not locking that one up, but I'm just saying look out for Petaway. Hey, like and subscribe. I got more takes for you. Not all of them hot, some of them just solid. But this is Everything Sooners. Peace.